Let's take a look at example 3. Notice we are only given the information on the graphic part of this example to start with, and so we're going to need to go from there to pick out some points. So the preimage EFGH, let's start with that one and pick out the coordinates. So E is located at 5, 3. F is located at 6, 4. G is located at 7, 3. And H is located at 6, 1. Let's go ahead while we're over here and pick out the image points as well. So E prime is located at 1, 6. F prime is located at 2, 7. G prime is 3, 6. And H prime is at 2, 4. So that'll help when we go over to our table. So now let's fill in the table the same way we've been doing. So E is going to be our first point. We normally go in alphabetical order around a figure. So E, F, G, H is the order I need to put them in my table. So E was 5, 3. F was 6, 4. G was 7, 3. And H was 6, 1. So let's fill in the image points. So we have, again, in alphabetical order, E prime, F prime, G prime, H prime. So E prime was located at 1, 6, F prime at 2, 7, G prime at 3, 6, and H prime at 2, 4. So now, what I would do is a couple of things. You can either algebraically figure out what it takes to go from the pre-image to the image in your table. But I'm a visual person, so I am going to go back to the graph and use it to help me. So now that I've written all my points down, I'm going to erase them and show you how to look at the graph to help with even more information. So let's look back at this graph for a minute. If I go from E to E prime, I have to go to the left. So let's see how far. My pen's not cooperating. 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the left, it looks like. And then if I have to stop there and go up, I got to go 1, 2, 3 units up to go from E to E prime. Let's just check another point on the graph. So let's try F. Let's see if it's the same thing. So if I go left again, 1, 2, 3, 4 units, and then I've got to start going up from there. So 1, 2, 3 units up. So it matches that I had to go 4 left and 3 up to go from F to F prime or E to E prime, and that's going to help me to go ahead and write out the rule, which makes filling in the rest of my table a whole lot easier. So if I say I went 4 left, that means I have to say each x value minus 4 would give me the image x value. And then each y value of the pre-image plus 3 should give me my image points. So why don't we do the math and just check our values and make sure that makes sense. So let's start with 5 minus 4. That does equal 1. And 3 plus 3 does equal 6. All right, good. We're on the right track. So 6 minus 4 and 4 plus 3. Do those make sense? So 6 minus 4 is equal to 2, and 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. So we're still on the right track. Then we could check 7 minus 4 and 3 plus 3, and they do give us 3 and 6. And then 6 minus 4 and 1 plus 3 do give us 2 and 4. So we have all the right points in our table, and now let's work our way up to the algebraic rule. So we've written it down. Let's go ahead and put it in this box in our notes. So we have, for every point x, y, it's going to translate 4 units left, so x minus 4, and 3 units up, which is what y plus 3 represents. And so then we just need to write out our verbal description, which we can now use any one of these parts to help write it all out. So let's say this does look like the shape of a kite, but we're not absolutely sure that's what that shape is. So let's call it quadrilateral to be on the safe side. So quadrilateral, let me back up a little bit and make sure I spell that right. So go back a little further. Quadrilateral EFGH. And remember, we list out all the points. So with E at 5, 3, F at 6, 4, G at 7, 3, and H at 6, 1, we want to say translate quadrilateral EFGH left 4 units and up 3 units. All right, so once again, given some form of this information, so this time it was our graph, we were able to fill out all 4 parts.